All right, here we are. Dan Meyer with Dr. Smoke, DNR Smoke. In front of me, I have a full packer brisket from Cordy Meat Processing in Highland. As far as the Clinton County Barbecue Society goes, all our meat is supplied by the same person, and we all get dealt the same cards. So all I'm doing right now is I'm going to open up this packer and I'm going to kind of demonstrate how I trim brisket myself. This is a Wagyu brisket from Marble Ridge Farms, and Cordy Meats stocks these. So basically, first thing I do when I go to trim a brisket, there's a fat line right there. So you have two sections. Well, that fat line's probably the wrong section. So basically, I'm going to be separating this giant chunk. I'm going to get this point muscle right here away from the flat muscle. Point, flat. So I'm going to go ahead and start separating those two. You can kind of see the pocket of fat I'm trimming through for the point and the flat. Really hard to see how thin the layer of fat right there is, but it's still there. All I'm doing is separating one slice at a time. All right, so once again, we have two sections. We have a point, we have a flat, and now I'm just going to work on trimming up this point to a competition standard as far as what I've learned thus far with the barbecue industry. I'm sure there's plenty of guys who can do this way better than myself, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of information out there for people who are wanting to get into maybe trying competition barbecue. So now I'm going to try to get this all about the same size. All right. So there's kind of a finished product of the point. I know it kind of looks weird. I have like the an L going here, but not all points are created equal, and not all briskets are created equal either, nor flats. So there's an idea of how it looks. I have a lot of silver skin off. There's a ton of marbling in here, as you can see, and that's what will help render down and make this an extremely good brisket. So I'm going to take my point right here, I'm going to set it to the side. Now I'm going to move into my flat. All right, so obviously we have a pretty big brisket. You're not going to fit that into a box. So you're probably wondering, Dan, how do you get that to fit in a box? How do you know when you trim where you got to take it down to? And I'm going to show you. I have a regular 8x11.5 sheet of printer paper. And I'm going to lay it right here. I want to find my media section. I'm going to lay it right over the top. Now there are people who make they call them, what do they call them? Brisket holders or something like that. That'll give you a good size. They make them out of stainless, and you can cook in them, and it helps out tremendously. I'm a low budget team, so what we have is just kind of the cheaper solution. I don't know, just easy going stuff here. So I'm gonna line this up. I'm gonna take my knife, double check. Look at that marbling. This is all scrap. I won't be cooking it. Now you have somewhat of the size you need for turn-ins. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through here and I'm going to round these edges off a little bit. When you round the edges, it'll let that airflow go over your brisket and help set your rub. All right, now that I pretty well got my shape down, I'm gonna go ahead and get this fat off the top. The objective is to get the silver skin off without taking too much meat. So you see me trying to strip away at the silver skin. set these up side by side so we can have a final comparison. I did leave the fat cap on the bottom to kind of protect from the elements of the fire. So that will come off before I do slices. There we go.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. We want to continue to make more videos to help people that are thinking about getting into competitive barbecue but are unsure, and we want to try to help along the way.